Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today, we're sharing a life-changing story. You might see a bit of yourself in it. I think it's time for you to leave. I'm not joking around. Are you serious? Mom didn't even answer. She huffed and left. It seems all of Brandon's recent antics have left her thoroughly disappointed. After a few months of slacking off, the time finally came for the baby's arrival. Brandon snuck into the hospital, and when he saw the baby, his heart was filled with responsibility, deciding to turn his life around. From then on, he was determined to step up. He wanted to create a better future for his daughter. So, Brandon spent 3 months learning the basics of firefighting and headed to the local. As soon as he walked in, Mustache Mike recognized him and called him a bug, since they'd both been in emergency response class together. Mike started mocking him and mentioned the station was all filled up. Maybe used to rejection. As Brandon was about to leave, the captain called him back, saying there was still one slot open for him to try. And that led to the opening scene of the video. Exhausted, she didn't rest at home. Instead, she took her paycheck to the supermarket and carefully chose baby supplies. After sneaking them to her ex doorstep, she quietly slipped away. From then on, every payday she'd buy a ton of stuff to drop off. Sometimes, hearing the baby's cries, Brandon would stop, listen, then quietly leave. What she didn't know was that her ex was peeking through the curtains at that moment. Becoming a qualified firefighter wasn't easy. They had to endure rigorous professional training day after. The captain quizzed them on firefighting. Everyone but Brandon answered right. He was asked, "What's the 11th police?" "The lines for fire alarms aren't resolved." "Wrong, it's actually 8. "Are you kidding me?" "You're talking about the 11th police, but there's a fire." "But wait, you mentioned police. We're firefighters." "Fire. Learn something from the police. Mess up again and it'll be angry." Just because Brandon messed up, his team got punished to do 100 push-ups. Team B started a ruckus, and Mustache Mike took the opportunity to insult him. "I know you came here for your daughter, but I heard your ex has a terrible reputation. Are you sure that kid is yours?" These words hit Brandon's last night. Filled with rage, he pinned the guy down but couldn't bring himself to throw a punch, knowing that if he did, this rare opportunity would vanish in an instant. Despite his fury, Brandon chose to hold back and continued his push-ups aside. His actions gained him respect. Veterans even scolded the mustached guy. "You went too far. I don't mind if you tease the rookies, but don't drag their families into it." Surprisingly, the usually tough Mike nodded obediently as they all followed the captain's lead. They resumed practicing, repeatedly setting up 5 points, the captain stressing clearing nearby flammables each time. All actions must be swift. Once surrounded by flames, survival hinges on quickly hiding under the fire shield. After all, everyone has families to support. With everyone hidden, the captain continued, "When the heat wave hits 500 degrees, it's like 100 trains zooming over your head." Despite constant reminders, the captain never wanted them to use these skills. Just then, a wildfire erupted near Caracahio Mountain, burning over 3,600 hectares of forest in just one day. Old friend Wayne called the captain, letting him know this wasn't just a firefighting mission, but also a test for promotion from a level 2 to a level 1. When the captain announced this, Brandon seemed especially tense, while the rest of the team cheered. It turns out, the captain, who had established the team 4 years ago, was leading them to participate in a forest firefighting mission. But since they were a level 2 team, they could only handle the mopping up. However, the seasoned captain quickly discovered that the fire had suddenly changed direction and was creeping down towards residential areas. He hurried to suggest to the vanguard team, hoping they could ignite a controlled fire to stop the flames, but the others replied with sarcastic banter. "You're level 2, we're the enthusiastic vanguard. They'd just stay back and do nothing." Soon, the vanguard paid for their arrogance. As the wind shifted, the residents below began fleeing in panic. Unexpectedly, the deputy captain brought even worse news, that 2 of their top recruits had been poached by the vanguard team. The captain felt low, but the vanguard team offered double that, plus all kinds of benefits. What could he do to stop that? Back at home, Amanda suggested reaching out to Dwayne, the fire chief, for certification. Though a bit embarrassed, the captain invited his friend to the mountain top the next day, which was full of greenery. But the captain had no mood to admire. He complained to his friend, "We've trained for 4 years, no less competent than any vanguard, yet lack official recognition." In fact, Dwayne didn't mean to put him on the spot but wanted him to drop his pride. Later, Dwayne, with his silver tongue, successfully convinced the mayor to arrange an assessment in 3 months, but they need to firefight nationwide meantime. To boost test passage odds, the captain excitedly offered to work year-round. However, his passing wife fell. Clearly, it was intentional. She wanted him to spend more time with her. She deeply hoped to have a child to bring some light into the darkness of her lonely life. Around that time, needing to fill those 2 vacancies, the captain recruited the son of a construction firefighter, and also Brandon, a new dad. After some intensive training, the captain finally received Wayne's call about the assessment. On the way out, team members bid farewell to their families, and Mike even flaunted his physique, while Brandon could only sit by himself listening.